Matthew 26 and 36, the Bible says, "Then cometh Jesus with them to a place called Missionary, and said unto the disciples, Sit ye here while I go and pray yonder. And he took with him Peter and the two sons of Zebedee, and began to be sorrowful and very heavy. Then said he unto them, My soul is exceeding sorrowful, even unto death. Tarry ye here and watch with me. And he went a little further and fell on his face and prayed, saying," I want you to notice this prayer that Jesus prayed. "Oh, my Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as thou wilt." And he cometh unto the disciples and findeth them asleep, and said unto Peter, "What? Could you not watch with me 1 hour? Watch and pray that you enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak." He went again the second time and prayed, saying, "Oh, my Father, if this cup may not pass away from me, since I drink it, thy will be done." He came and found them asleep again, for their eyes were heavy. And he left them and went away again and prayed the third time, saying the same words. Notice the prayer of Jesus again. "Oh, my Father," it's in verse 39. Yes. "If it be possible, let this cup pass from me." I want to use for a subject today, the cup I must drink from. Yes. Come on and repeat that subject. The cup I must drink from. According to tradition, when a young Hebrew man and woman were to be engaged, the groom would pour wine into his cup. And note, we said wine, but wine here in the Hebrew culture is the same as really grape juice. So he would pour the wine or the grape juice into his cup, and then he would invite the woman to drink of it. Now listen, it was up to the woman whether or not she would drink from it. If she drank from it, she was considered engaged to the man. If she did not, no marriage would take place. So many places in the scripture, you find that God uses the marriage covenant to help us to understand the relationship between Jesus, who is the groom, and the church or the believers, who would be considered the wife. Say amen. Amen. Apostle Paul wrote in 2 Corinthians 11:2, he said, "But I am jealous over you with godly jealousy. For I have espoused," the word espoused means to give one in marriage, "for I have espoused you to one husband." So I gave you to what? One husband, that I may present you as a chaste virgin to Christ. Paul said, "I promise you as a pure bride to one husband, Christ." Now going back to my example here, we're relating the example of the man that's going to be engaged to the woman to show a relationship. When the bride drank of the cup, she drank of the marriage covenant or contract. And when she does so, she's accepting it. Understanding this symbolism, it is no wonder that Jesus tells his disciples in Matthew 26 and 28, so this is a verse that's a little above what we read in our text today. "For this is my blood of the new covenant, which is shed for many for the remission of sins. Listen to me, church. As we drink of his cup, we accept his invitation to be engaged in him. Are you listening to me today? And to be forgiven of our sins so we can be like he is. To be sinless, to be spotless, and without fault in his presence at the marriage supper. Those of you that are studying the book of Revelation with your Bible class tonight, we know that in the future there is a marriage supper. Amen. The bride, which will consist of all believers from all ages, will be presented to the Lord. And there will be a marriage supper that is up in heaven before the Lord Jesus return to put a stop to the Antichrist. Somebody say amen. Amen. But let me say that this cup that we drink of, and somebody may think, well, the cup he's talking about is the cup that we drink of on Communion Sunday. Not necessarily, although that cup does symbolizes what actually goes on. This cup, it means a little bit more than just accepting the invitation to be engaged. Yeah. Drinking from the cup means to accept whatever that cup represents. Part of what Jesus' cup entails is suffering. Don't let anybody fool you. Don't be confused by some of the preachers of prosperity that will tell you that when you become a believer, when you get saved, that there is no suffering. That there are no bad days. Come on, y'all. That there is no trouble that comes. Because Jesus said in this world you would have tribulation. Come on, say amen. So part of the cup, it entails suffering. And when we drink of his cup, listen to this. We are saying that we are willing to suffer with him. That's right. And experience whatever he ordained for us. Because there are some things that God will allow to come your way. And there's a purpose for it. There is a reason for it. What you need to understand is that whatever God allows to happen to me, it is for my good. It may not be good to you, but it is for my good. Because I understand the fact that I'm the apple of his eye. And if I'm the apple of his eye, he cares for me. And whatever he does, it is for my good. Why don't you lift your hands and tell God thank you? Come on, everybody, tell God thank you. Let's look at our text again. Verse 38. Then said he, this is Jesus, unto them. And in that scripture, he was really speaking to Peter, he was speaking to Peter, James, and John, because he had separated these three closest disciples from the rest of the body. And look what he said. My soul is exceeding sorrowful, even unto death. In one of the Gospels, it tells you that around this time, his prayer in Gethsemane, that he prayed so under the pressure that he was under, until the blood began to ooze out of his body as sweat. So Jesus said, my soul is exceeding sorrowful, even unto death, even unto death. Tarry ye here, or wait here, and watch with me. And he went a little further and fell on his face and prayed, said, oh, my Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as thou wilt. What was this cup that Jesus asked might pass from him? This cup was threefold. Within the cup, he was to bear the sin penalty of humanity. He was to be separated from the Father. That's the second part of the cup. And then there was a natural, brutal death. So the question may be asked by some, some theologians have posed the question, was Jesus in a moment of weakness? You got to remember now, Jesus is 100% man and 100% God at the same time. And any emotion and even feeling that you could feel, he could. Come on, y'all. So was he in a moment of weakness asking the Father to prevent him from going through the coming hours of physical torture? Because, not long after his prayer, he's betrayed with a kiss. He's arrested by the authorities. He's taken to an unfair trial, unfair hearing, and he's tried, amen, in front of Pilate. And Pilate would give the order to execute him to death. And before he died, he's brutally whipped. He's beaten. His face is even disfigured. So the question was he asking the Father to prevent him from coming through hours of physical torture? This is doubtful in the thinking of many, and I agree with them, that Jesus was thinking of this so much because Jesus knew and had the foresight of all of the horrible details that were coming. Not only that, but Jesus had spent his entire human lifetime in preparation for this day. Say amen. But one of the theologians said, if you look at the Greek word for pass in the scripture, said it may shed some light. The word pass is translated from a Greek term, and I don't even want to try to pronounce it, which can refer to the passage of time. But one writer went on to say that perhaps Jesus was asking his Father to make this time that he had to go through, to make this time to pass as soon as possible. In other words, some of them think maybe Jesus said to the Father, don't let it linger. Go on and just let it happen. Go on and let it go through quickly. Say amen, somebody. Amen. Come on, everybody, say amen. Because you got to understand, not only was he going to be beaten, but Jesus had to bear the sin of the world on him. Amen. He was the Lamb that came to take the sin of the world. Once he became the sacrificial Lamb, God in his holiness, and I speak now to get you to understand that God the Father who resided in heaven, when Jesus became the sacrificial Lamb, that means he bears the sin of the whole world. Because what he was doing, he was dying in your place. Say amen, somebody. Amen. That when Jesus took the sin of the world, amen, he would have to go through this event alone. For the first time, he would be separated from God the Father. Do you remember when he was on the cross? My God, why hast thou forsaken me? It would appear that when Jesus was on that cross, that the Father could not stand to look at him. That the Father, in essence, may have had to turn his back because Jesus would have to go through this alone. You see, here was a death. There was a physical death. But then there was something else that was there that was quite horrible. Because death means separation. And the Lord Jesus is separated. He's going through this alone. Somebody say amen. Why don't you do this? Lift your hands and say, Lord, have your way. Lift those hands and say, Lord, have your way. Now I want you to look at this cup. And can I bring something to relate this maybe a little bit closer to us today? How many of you have had to drink some horrible tasting medicine before? Amen. I remember when I was a child, we got a few nurses who remember the church, maybe they can tell me the name of it. All I know is that myself and my brother Keith, we called it the green medicine. I don't remember what it was exactly called, but I know it was green. That stuff was so nasty. Till it looked like I would feel worse when I had to take them. And every time she would take me over to the doctor too. Looked like the sinuses and allergies and cold. He would prescribe that horrible, like about the gag. I hated it. My brother, I think he tried to run when he would have to take it. Amen. It was nasty, but it was for our benefit. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Come on and say amen. But look like when we would have to take 2 teaspoons and stuff, look like it would take all day. You know, I know it didn't do so just as you said, but look like it would take an hour for that stuff to go down. Jesus, amen, was drinking from a cup. And he did so voluntarily. The drink was a healing medicine for the entire human race, but at the same time, it was a deadly poison to our Lord. Sin was there, separation, and death. Somebody say amen. Amen. Come on, everybody, say amen. Amen. Why was the cup so bitter? It is because of sin. Help me say sin. Amen. It was medicine for us, but it was bitter to Christ, who did not deserve it. He did no wrong. No sin was found in him. He was perfect. Come on and say amen. And then here is something that most of you all probably didn't think of, didn't really understand. That every one of us must drink from a cup as well. Come on, y'all. Now listen to me. And I'm going to introduce another element here. The reason I said from a cup is because there are really 2 cups that are there for you to drink from. And both of them have bitter contents within them. Let me tell you something about the second cup. It's found in this scripture. Listen to this. 2 Corinthians 10 and 21. If we had time, I would let you maybe turn to it. But just listen to it. Paul said in 2 Corinthians 10 and 21, he said, ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils. No, you can't drink from both of them. You cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and the table of devils. Now let me say this. Want y'all to hear me? My young folks, look up here. Want y'all to hear what I'm saying here today. No doubt it's more appetizing than the cup of the Lord. Because the cup of devils, it has a pleasant or sweet taste. But in the end, it will kill you. Look, your neighbor help me to preach by saying, in the end, it will kill you. Let me use an example. Do you know anything about ethylene glycol? I'm told that this solution has a sweet taste, but yet it's very poisonous. Matter of fact, adults have been careful that it is not left around young children and pets because of the taste. If they taste it, it's sweet. But let me tell you what ethylene glycol is. It is antifreeze. Yes, it's a lot of news. It's antifreeze. You put in your car. And as an adult, you know it's dangerous to drink it. But if you were to drink it, it would taste good. And repeated consumption will kill the child. Say amen, everybody. Little children will eat lead-based paint. They basically outlawed it because the little children go into the wall and chip it. And the reason they would eat it is because it tastes like candy. But yet it is poisonous. Say amen, everybody. Amen. So the ethylene glycol, amen, was not made for you to drink, but it's made for the car. Amen. The lead-based paint was not made for you to eat. It was made to beautify your home or other buildings. Where am I going with this? Paul said in 1 Corinthians 6, verse 13, portion B, the body is not made for fornication, but for the Lord. And the Lord appeals to the flesh. Fornication, it really includes all sexual sin. It really here, when Paul said fornication, not only talking about sex between married individuals, but it even applies to those folks that are married who commit adultery. It also refers to homosexuality here. It even includes pornography. Because I want you to know, if I remember correctly, pornography comes from the Greek word porneia, and I believe porneia is also used for fornication. Can I stop here a moment? Because this is a problem in America. For married people, married men, unmarried men, but they say it is increasing among the females likewise. I want you to know that if you indulge in pornography, you are committing fornication. Amen. I got a few amen. Amen. Will everybody say amen? Amen? And God is not pleased. So the scripture said the body is not made for fornication, but for the Lord. God made you to please Him. He made your body to please Him. Come on, y'all. He did not make your body, amen, for you to indulge in sexual pleasures outside of marriage. But it is over in the cup of devils. And you drink of it. It might make you feel good for a while, but it is poisonous. It will bring forth death. Somebody say amen. Come on and say amen. Amen. Not only will it bring forth eternal death in the lake of fire one day, but it brings forth spiritual death. You're separated from God. And it will even bring forth physical death. All right. Because of the cup of devils that taste good. Herpes is there. Woo. Yes, it is. HIV is there. Gonorrhea is there. Oh, somebody said, Pastor, you ought not be saying that on air. I'm just making it plain. And let me tell you this, Mississippi has one of the highest rates for sexually transmitted diseases in this country. You people need to hear this. Y'all come on and say amen. Come on, everybody, say amen. But he had that cup. And I want to move on because I got some things I think to talk about here. Don't want to be all day. In that cup, it tastes good. It brings pleasure. And if I will move on, not only in the cup of devils you have fornication, but all sin. Listen to me. Sin is enticing. Did you hear what I said? Sin is enticing. You see, the devil intends for you to have a little pleasure. The pleasure is there to bring you where he is. Sin feels good. Y'all come on and say amen. Why do you think that the drug pusher is pushing drugs? It makes him feel good because of the dollars he gets. And then the drug user feels good when they go on the high. Come on, y'all, say amen. Sin feels good, but sin will destroy you. Crack cocaine will kill you. Weed, and I know they want to legalize it. Weed will destroy your brain. Come on, y'all. If anybody here smoking weed, anybody who listens to me among those radio listeners, I want to tell you it destroys brain cells. And I remember reading and studying about brain cells. Brain cells do not multiply. Come on, y'all. When you're born with all your brain cells, other bodily functions, other parts of your body, the cells keep multiplying. Because if those cells don't keep multiplying, and eventually they will stop multiplying, you die. Come on, y'all. But brain cells do not multiply. When you destroy them, you lost part of your brain. And we need all of our brain. Come on, say amen. Some of us are getting forgetful. We need all our y'all looking at these commercials? Oh, they look so good. That wine cooler. They're on the beach. The sun is setting. Beautiful scene. They drinking and going on. It looks wonderful. Sin is enticing. Y'all always know something wrong with drinking. Budweiser had commercial. The folks sit there watching the football game. And the dog jumps in the television screen and go on the football field and catch a football. Y'all know something wrong with that. I said they were already drinking, already drunk. If a dog jump in your television screen, or you jump in the television screen and run there and catch a football game, you already drunk. Come on, y'all. Folk get a buzz from it. But drinking alcohol, hard liquor, is destroying your liver. You can't live without that liver. Y'all, come on, say amen, everybody. Smoking has a nicotine fit, but it's killing your lungs. Say amen. Sin is enticing. Why don't you tell God thank you? Why don't you tell God thank you? So both cups that are presented in this message, both of them, the troubles that they have, they are the result of the sin that came into the world because of Adam and Eve. I said both of them. Let me say both of them. Amen. The one that Jesus had to drink. Remember, he took on the sin. Say amen. Separated from the Father. Brutally beat. Amen. All because of sin. He became, amen, the sacrifice for the entire world. Can you say amen? And whether you are saved or unsaved, whatever cup you drink from, the cup got something that's bitter. Why don't you tell God thank you? Come on and help me tell God thank you. Yes, it's because of sin, both of them. And as a result, what do we have? We got poverty. We have starvation worldwide. In the sad little children in Africa, amen, stomachs are bloated. You can see them rear their arms, amen, so small because of starvation. Sin is the cause of that. Why don't you tell God thank you? In this nation right now, we're facing conflicts in America. We yet have racial strife. There is greed and just downright hatred. I don't know if y'all been paying attention. In the morning prayer on Sunday morning, in the 5:30 prayer, Tuesdays and Thursdays, sometimes I'm rebuking the spirit of racism, the spirit of greed. What do you think is wrong with Greenville? Thank you, Jesus. What's wrong with the devil? There is a spirit of greed that's in this city and in this region. There are certain individuals that are sitting on top of everything, got their foot pressed down to stop others from receiving, amen, enough income to live in satisfaction. It's all because of sin. Help me say sin. Come on, help me say sin. In the cups, we now are facing high crime rates. We got robberies and thefts. We have the murders and killings. We have the rape and molestation. And I don't know, I think it's a good time for me, because I wanted to say it earlier, I think this is a good time to say this. Parents, watch your children. Watch your children. They keep showing these videos on Facebook and other social media of children who are being kidnapped. Amen. Children who are involved in, she said, sex trafficking. That's right. I witnessed a video the other night. Oh, it just hurt my heart. But I'm glad the policeman found out this grown man had a little 6-year-old girl in the hotel room. When they got there and pushed the door open with their guns, the man came out with no clothes on. Yeah. Got the little girl, all she had on was a t-shirt. Yeah. Oh, it's an awful thing. Yes, Lord. So mothers, fathers, grandparents, watch your children. Say amen, everybody. But I'm trying to show you all the horrible things that are happening that's in the cup. Somebody tell God thank you. Every baby that is aborted is a result of sin. The mother and father had a good time, one night stand, or they may be dating, but have not gotten married. And they decided we don't want to take care of the baby, so we're going to go to the medical professions and let them kill the baby. Some of y'all don't know how awful it is, the procedure that they go through. One of the procedures, amen, the medical profession takes something almost like tweezers, and they stick it in the woman, and they start pulling different parts of the baby out. Matter of fact, in part of that procedure, they literally take the baby's head and twist the head off. There are reports from nurses that when the procedure takes place, that they have literally heard the baby cry. If the baby can suck his thumb in the womb, if the baby can move and kick, are you following what I'm saying? Then that means the baby is alive. That means the baby can feel. Come on and tell God thank you. But our society is messed up. When they can have the audacity, amen, to take the life away of the baby. I want you to know it's in the cup. Come on and tell God thank you. Come on and tell God thank you. I want to tell you it is the result of sin. Amen. I say it is the result of sin. And that's why we're facing sicknesses and diseases. We're facing accidents and tragedies. We're facing divorces and the breakup of families. I know you're aware that the suicide rate is increasing. Not only that, but the mental anguish and stress that we're enduring, it is a result of that sin. Come on and tell God thank you. People are stressed out. Folk are depressed. Depression is growing at an alarming rate. And it's not just in the world, but it's in the church likewise. I've been rebuking the last few weeks the spirit of depression. I didn't know why the Lord was leading me last Sunday to pray for the mind of people. Lord, heal the minds. Lord, touch the minds. Lord, give us our joy back. We need peace of mind. I was praying for the saints, for I felt within my spirit, I felt trouble, I felt anguish. I found out different individuals were going through things. I want you to know there is a spirit of depression. And it's all because of sin. I want to know which cup will you drink from. Come on and tell God thank you. Will you be deceived by the sweet taste what Jesus is going through, what he's getting ready to face, ask Peter and James, John, to pray for him. Some of his closest friends, but they would not watch for him. And that's what some of us are now. Sometimes we feel lonely. Come on, y'all. Sometimes we have a traumatic experience, and there is anguish, there is pain. you. I go through tribulation. Sometimes we're sick. Sometimes we have financial trouble. Sometimes we have family trouble. Sometimes we have to do the loss of a loved one. Hearts are broken. Hearts are aching. But I'm so glad that all the bitterness that's in the cup, that Jesus will give me power. Jesus will give me strength to endure my tribulation, to endure my trouble. And in the storm, I can have peace with the devil. Look like he's wrecked and taking my peace. God, give me peace again. God, restore my joy. God, give me happiness. Shout yeah! Shout yeah! Shout yeah! Come on, clap your hands and give God praise. Come on, give Him a praise. Come on, praise Him. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Come on, shout hallelujah. I'm closing. Hallelujah. The cup that I was drink from. Listen, it is a bitter cup. And we must understand that all of us are going to go through some situations. We're going to go through some trouble. We're going to go through some unpleasant things. And it's because of the world that we live in. It is because of the sin that our foreparents committed. And so every day the sun is not going to shine. Every day it's not going to be just one of happiness, so to speak. We have to endure some situations. Say amen. Amen. But that does not mean that trouble will last always. But one songwriter said, I'm so glad that trouble won't last always. Hallelujah. Somebody shout hallelujah. Come on, lift your hand and shout hallelujah. I tried to illustrate that if Jesus, who did no wrong, suffered because of the sins of humanity, then what about us? If Jesus had to bear a cross, then there's a cross for us to bear too. Y'all hear what I'm saying? And so there are things we go through. But the difference in those two cups, because I told you there's a cup of the devil and there's a cup of the Lord. You can't drink them both of them. The thing about the cup of the Lord, there is help, there is deliverance, there is healing, hallelujah, there is salvation, there is peace and joy, hallelujah. Jesus prayed, and I believe that because of his prayer, that there was deliverance. Now he yet went through it and it got worse. Let me tell you all this. There's some of you that might be on the brink of your victory, your deliverance. And there's some of you that may have to go through a little longer. God knows what he's doing. Y'all hear what I said? God knows what he's doing. But here's the thing. I'm trying to illustrate this message. That if you have the Lord in your life, you can make it. Things might not be so pleasant. Oh, but the Lord knows how to restore you. The Lord knows how to take you through. But you're drinking from that other cup. Pleasure of sin, you just enjoy for a season. It's just temporary. Because the devil has no love. So you drink from his cup, you're going to have all kinds of stuff coming at you. And you will live in misery.